I have a nice system where they let me on the lift about an hour before everyone else, so I get to go pretty fast without getting my pass pulled. Hi, I'm Lindsey Vonn, and I'm gonna tell you how I gear up and wind down for my current workout routine. This is everything but the sweat. The first thing I do when I wake up is take my dogs outside. Lucy travels with me pretty much wherever I go. Sometimes she'll be jet lagged and wake me up at 6 in the morning. Will not let me sleep until she goes out. Sometimes she could sleep in until 8:30 or 9. My sleep schedule depends heavily on my dog's schedule, unfortunately. I honestly used to not like working out in the morning because I would always be so tired, but now that I'm sleeping better, and if I get my workout done first thing, I feel like I've actually accomplished a lot more. What I need to fuel me for my workouts depends on A, what I'm doing, and B, what time of day it is. If it's first thing in the morning and I have like a cardio session, I'll usually have banana and almond butter because I get some sugar to get me going, I have some fat and some protein from the almond butter to sustain me, and that'll be enough energy to get me through my workout. If I'm lifting or something heavier, I'll need more substance, so I'll usually have eggs and avocado, maybe some toast and butter and jam. I'm a Thomas's muffins kind of gal. They have new cinnamon muffins, which are really good with just some butter. And if I'm going skiing, I actually will usually have a big bowl of steel-cut oats with some almond butter again, maybe some like crunchy granola on top, just to add some spice to it, or some fruit, depending on how well I've done at the grocery store. Before, when I was ski racing, I honestly didn't have that many options. Whatever the breakfast buffet provides is what I get. Sometimes I'll take like some amino acids if I'm gonna work out hard. Sometimes I'll take some like multivitamins because I hate taking a lot, so you can just cram it into one. When I'm working out, my gear is really important to me, and obviously I'm an athlete, so I need performance, but I'm also a woman and I like style, so it has to be a good combination of both. Everything obviously has to color coordinate. Even if I'm at home, like doesn't matter, you gotta look good either way. I wear Under Armour and I have my own line with Project Rock, so I also design my stuff, which is nice. I love kind of like a sexy, rocky look, which makes me feel really strong. I love a good crop top. I love a good like muscle tee, but the leggings are the most important thing, have to be really comfortable. And I always need the pockets for the cell phone. Those are critical. I always try to kind of reflect my mood as well. Like I'm gonna do a hard leg day, I'll wear some like cute like short shorts and like flex my legs. The new Project Rock 3s are the best. I think they're the most versatile shoe that you can get. I really have to have ankle support because I haven't so far, knock on wood, had any ankle problems, but that's because I have to have a shoe that performs and has stability because I'm usually doing a combination of weightlifting and movement type exercises, so like lateral bounding or box jumps, things like that, which are really good to help stimulate your metabolism. Just doing like quick bursts of activity like that, but that requires a really good shoe, so those are my favorite. My playlist, again, kind of depends on what I'm doing. So if I'm biking, it'll be more of a high intensity, almost like a techno pop type playlist. But if I'm lifting weights, then it's definitely like a Lil Wayne, Drake, Jay-Z type of situation, which always helps me lift more. I don't have any problems getting myself hyped. It's probably the opposite. I probably need to tone it down sometimes. So just finding that balance and being in the right state of mind is important. Yeah, motivation is not something that I lack. I'd say my workouts are probably 3 to 4 times a week, depending on how I feel. I haven't done a double session in a day for a while, but sometimes in the summer, I'll mountain bike ride in the morning and, I'll do like wake surfing in the afternoon. The mountain is still really important to me, and it's a place where I feel probably the most free and relaxed. So in the winter, I try to get on the mountain as much as I can. I have a nice system where they let me on the lift about an hour before everyone else, so I get to go pretty fast without getting my pass pulled, and then I get to go to work. But I think for me, it's a balance of, work and working out. If I'm too tired, I've been traveling too much, I'll take a day off. I think if you're burning the candle at both ends, something's gotta give, and so sometimes you just need a day off. Generally when I have a rest day, I think it's important to try to unplug as much as I can. I mean, obviously I still probably have 1,000 emails that I have to respond to, but I think sometimes I have a tendency to not leave the couch. So I try as much as I can just to get out of the house a little bit. Even if it's just a 5 or 10 minute walk, I think that's important for me. My body hurts every day. That's just the unfortunate fact of life. So for me, it's important to try to maintain, number one, my strength, but number two, my recovery, whether that's the, sauna cold plunge, or whether that's massage, some form of therapy, needling, acupuncture. I used to get therapy every single day, which is why I was able to maintain, such a high level of sport for such a long time. But I'm still working out a lot, I'm still doing a lot, and so I have to take care of my body. I mean, if I've had a hard workout, I have to replace what I just took out. So, it's getting a good combination of protein, fats, and sugars. I love having shakes because protein shakes, you mix in half a banana or some blueberries and get your protein and almond butter, mix it all in so you kind of get everything you need. Also, beet powder is really good, especially I'm anemic, so I need extra iron, and that's a really great way to get it. Sometimes I'll be lazy and just really want a giant bowl of pasta. But some days you just need it. Some days I'll just, go straight to the Ben & Jerry's, and it's one of those days. Just gotta do it. Even after a workout, you're like, I just burned it off, but I'm gonna put it right back in. Obviously, I wanna, still perform and still maintain my muscle mass and all of those fun things. But at the end of the day, it's is this gonna make me happy? And I generally just base my decisions off of that. I am partial to a onesie, preferably with the feet socks on them. I wouldn't really truly be a onesie without the feet socks, but I generally just oversized, comfy stuff. I mean, I have Project Rock here, and The Rock himself is quite large, muscular, so I just take basically whatever he's wearing and put it on me. I like to listen to music. I'd say Frank Sinatra is a nice one. I'll just kind of blast that and dance around, and my dogs will stare at me like I'm crazy. But it's just a nice way for me to kind of start my nightly wind down routine. I always slept well until I had my first knee surgery. I really struggled with insomnia since then, and I've obviously had many surgeries. So needless to say, things never got better, they just got worse. I always was the kind of person I'm like, I'm gonna solve this myself. I'm gonna Google WebMD this, and that's just not a good solution. So I finally went to the doctor, and I was prescribed Qvivic, which I take every night to help me sleep better. And because of my insomnia, I've had to really look at how do I get into a good sleep routine. So making dinner, starting that wind down, snuggle with my dogs, take them for a walk, and kind of going outside and taking a walk is something that, helps me obviously digest my food so I don't have any more glucose, and because if your glucose is spiking when you're sleeping, you're not sleeping well either. I take my Qvivic, and then I wash my face, I get into bed, I light a candle, I've got my journal, which journaling for me has also been a really important part of my mental health journey. But I definitely stay away from goal setting for the next day, which is something that I've learned through trial and error. I just have to think about what I did today, not tomorrow, not 5,000 emails that I have to respond to. Just keep it in the present. And when I do that, I definitely have a much better routine, and then I'm able to sleep better, just generally have more energy again because I'm sleeping better, and that's been a huge change for me. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and please subscribe to Women's Health for everything you need to know about health and women and life. It's awesome.